Leicester City are well and truly in the mud. They sit rock bottom of the Premier League after registering 4 losses out of their 5 opening games of this season. And for whatever reason, Brendan Rodgers has decided to not make any significant signings in this transfer window after selling Wesley Fofana and Kasper Schmeichel. Like I said, guys, they are absolutely in the mud, but we are taking over from Brendan Rodgers. We are actually going to make some signings, and by the end of this video, Leicester City will be the best team in the world. And we start this rebuild with just over 41.5 million. Now, there's a couple of areas to this team that don't need touching at all for a good couple of seasons. The first one being the striker role. We've got Jamie Vardy and Daka. Both very good and high potential. Obviously, one being Jamie Vardy, who's like 36 at this moment in time. So obviously, he'll deplete, but that's why we got Daka. We don't need an attacking midfielder because we've got Madison. We don't need holding midfielders because we've got Ndidi and Tielemans. We don't need a winger because we've got Barnes. We do need a right winger, though, because obviously Luke Mint is on loan from Leipzig. Our fullback situations are pretty solid, to be fair, as well. The 2 areas we need to improve are hands down the 2 most important areas in the Premier League: the centre-back role and the goalkeeping position. Once we sort that out, we'll be looking pretty decent. And we started that transfer window by sending out James Justin and Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, both out on loan. We also sent out Patson Daka on loan, but we brought in James Tarkowski for 15 million. We brought in Alexis Sailmakers for just over 18.5 million. Don't take the piss if I got that name wrong. And we brought in Mattia Perrin for just over 22 million. And that leaves the squad looking like this going into our very first season in this rebuild. It looks pretty decent. We've pretty much sorted out all the issues that we had going into this rebuild. As we all know from the Bournemouth rebuild that I did not long ago, Thomas is an absolute diamond in this game, so we are keeping hold of him for as long as we possibly can. Obviously, I've never actually bought Sailmakers before, so I'm not too sure how he'll grow. I'm actually really intrigued. I always see him in the big teams in like the semi-finals and the quarter-finals of the Champions League when we get there, so I'm really intrigued. I don't think I bought him yet, so that's why I wanted to buy him. And the reason I've sent Daka out on loan is because whilst Vardy's in the team, is overall significantly higher than Daka's, and Daka just won't get the game time he needs to improve. But so far, considering we've only made a couple of transfers here and there, I'm actually really happy with how the team looks. And we are in the Europa League this season. We are joined by Napoli, Legia Warsaw and AIK in Group C, and you've got to bet your money on us and Napoli wiping the floor with this group. I knew it was going to be between ourselves and Napoli who got top spot, but I didn't think we'd wipe the floor with this group. We finished on 16 points. We went unbeaten in the entirety of the group stage. Napoli finished on 11 points, finishing second. AIK finished third on 4 points, meaning they'll go to the Conference League, and Legia Warsaw just didn't turn up, did they? Meanwhile, halfway through the Premier League campaign, we are killing it. We are top 6 and very comfortably so as well. Could we get Champions League football in the first season? And this is how the team that's going into the second half of this season. Unfortunately, Luke Thomas has picked up an injury that's going to put him out for pretty much the rest of the season. I think it was like 5 months with a damaged ligament to his thighs, something like that. But apart from that, I'm actually really happy with how the rest of the team's looking. The one disappointment, though, is Sailmakers. What the frickin' hell's happened to this guy? Hasn't improved at all. 78 rated, still 22 years old. Thought he'd have been a dynamite addition to the team. Apparently, he's shite. But apart from his addition, the team looks ridiculously well-rounded, and quite frankly speaking, I reckon we could go all the way in the Europa League. Well, we've arrived at the end of the season, and we have got top 4 in the very first season of this rebuild, which in my opinion is pretty good going. Man City finished first with 86 points, Liverpool finished second with 81 points, Spurs with, oh, why Spurs above us? Right, before this rebuild started, I made sure that Bournemouth, Forest and Fulham were in the Premier League, and Burnley, Watford and also Norwich were in the Championship. For whatever reason, it hasn't freaking worked, so that's why they're there. United won the FA Cup. They also won the Carabao Cup, beating us in the freaking final. Roma won the Conference League, Real Madrid won the Europa League, and Liverpool won the Champions League. Even going down to 84 rated at 35 years old, Jamie Vardy still got it, only 54 games played, 22 goals, 4 assists this season. James Madison coming in clutch with 20 goals, 9 assists himself. Harvey Barnes, 84 rated at 24 years old, 18 goals, 10 assists. Daka, hey, fair play to him, 26 goals, 7. That's actually, Jesus, that's actually really good. 23 goal contributions in 26 games. That's incredible, to be fair. Tielemans as well from the holding midfielder position, 13 goals, 4 assists, isn't bad at all. And when you consider the fact that Sailmakers was a winger, didn't improve 1 overall this season, definitely one of the worst signings I've ever made. We got top 4 this season. We got to the Carabao Cup final. Unfortunately, we didn't win thanks to United. Not too sure where we finished in the Europa League, but we were never going to win that with Madrid in the freaking competition. But all in all, Season 1 was a massive dub, and hopefully we can just replicate this, and even more so in Season 2. This season, we've been given a whopping 118 million. Now, Vardy's going to stay there for the time being. When Daka comes back, we'll evaluate the situation from there, but we definitely need a better winger than Sailmakers, man. I'm so disappointed with this signing. Never sign this guy if you want to progress further. And obviously, Luke Thomas is back into the starting 11. I'm hoping that this season is the season that he shoots up like a rocket in overall. And we started that transfer window by sending out Daniel Iverson and Thanawat, both out on loan. I am never in a million years trying to pronounce that second name. Not before bringing in French centre-back Maxence Lacroix for 12.2 million, and we also included Sailmakers as a part of that deal. And we also brought in Callum Hudson-Odoi for just over 39 million. And that leaves the team looking like this. Now, you guys might be wondering why I didn't spend a load more money in that transfer window. It's pretty much because it's just not that realistic, is it? So I wanted to try and make this as realistic as possible. I know that Hudson-Odoi's been loaned out from Chelsea to some club in the Bundesliga, but we needed a winger, and I know for a fact Hudson-Odoi would get game time at Leicester, so that's why I bought him. And in terms of buying Lacroix, we'd replaced one French young superstar. We wanted to bring in another one. But this team, man, I'm really happy with it. Obviously, Vardy's definitely going to decrease in his overall by the end of this season. He's already gone down from 84 to 83, so by the end of this season, no doubt he'll be about 81, 80 maybe. And that's where Patson Daka comes in next season. But this season, I am expecting massive things from this team. And on top of that, last season we qualified for the Champions League by getting top 4. We're in Group C, joined by Leipzig, Real Sociedad and Celtic. And you've got to fancy Leipzig and Sociedad, haven't you, over us at the minute in time. Leicester City continue to surprise me. Once again, we went undefeated in the group stage, 16 points out of 18. First place in Group C, we smashed it. Real Sociedad finished second on 11 points. RB Leipzig surprised me, to be fair. I'd have thought if it was between those two, RB Leipzig would have finished above them. But they go into the Europa League with 6 points, and Celtic finished rock bottom. But that's not important. The important thing is we made it to the round of 16 in our first attempt in the group stage. Who's our opponent? We're up against Galatasaray. That's a brilliant opponent to start off with. And once again, in the midway point in this season, we find ourselves 4th place in the Premier League. We're quite comfortably there as well. 4 points above 5th and 6th place Manchester United and Spurs. But Arsenal, for whatever reason, are top of the freaking league. And I don't like that in the slightest. And in that transfer window, we only brought in one player, and that was Italian centre-back Alessandro Bastoni for 60 million. And this is how the squad looks going into our very first venture into the round of 16 in the Champions League. Now, I'm very aware that I said at the start of this season that I wanted to try and keep it realistic as possible, but it dawned on me, we were top 4 last season, got to the final of the Carabao Cup last season, we're now into the round of 16 in the Champions League, we're currently top 4 again. Leicester City becoming a lot bigger in this rebuild, and that would attract a lot of players, hence why we did decide to bring in Bastoni. But the one thing I refuse to do is bring in another left back. Luke Thomas is staying there this entire freaking rebuild if it kills me. The team looks really goddamn good. Obviously, Luke Thomas is 79 rated. Obviously, Jamie Vardy's overall's depleting like mad at this moment in time. However, I don't really care about it. They ain't going anywhere. But when you consider the quality that's surrounding them as well, there's not really much to worry about. To be honest, I think we've yet to play against Galatasaray in the Champions League at all. So this is actually a really nice change. I remember actually rebuilding Galatasaray quite a while ago, and they do have a really good team, to be fair. They've got Mohamed up top. They've got Muslera in goal, Van Arnold. They've got Nelson. It's a decent team. But surely to God, the team that we've created so far, this rebuild's got to wipe the floor with them. We are away from home in the first leg. Let's see what we can do. 2-0 courtesy of a 43rd minute goal from Barnes, 73rd minute from Madison. We are cruising into the second leg. 2-0 up at home against Galatasaray. Surely to God, the quarterfinals are in the bag. So let's see if we can actually make it. There we go. We didn't concede a single goal. 3-0 overall, 1-0 on the night, courtesy of another Madison goal. We cruise to the quarters. This is where the challenge for us really begins in the Champions League. We are up against Spanish giants Atletico Madrid. They are rocking with that patented 5-3-2 that they rock with now, with Felix and Griezmann up top, Koke, Sanchez, De Paul as their midfield trio. The back five is Christensen, Felipe, Jimenez, Dallo and Llorente, with Oblak in goal, of course. And on top of that, our suspension case has finally caught up with us, with Lacroix being out for this game, which does mean that either Soyuncu or Tarkowski will take his spot. They're both the same rating as well, so it doesn't really make too much difference. But nevertheless, we are going to get into this game very quickly and see what we can do. Oh, okay, that has actually quite surprised me. I thought Atletico Madrid would have actually taken the lead in this leg, but I don't care. 2-2 going into the second leg. Anything can happen from here. We have LaCroix back in the starting 11. It is 2-2 on aggregate. We're at home this time against the big boys themselves, but once again, Thomas is injured, and I'm not too sure how much for, because if I'm being honest, that's the first time I've actually seen this, and it literally just caught my eye. So I'm going to have to look into that after this game. But regardless, we go into this game 2-2 on aggregate, and anything can happen. So let's see if we can pull over a fast one on Atletico Madrid. We actually make it to the semi-finals. I can't believe it. How Felix in the 28th, Tielemans in the 31st, Vardy in the 52nd minute, you sexy bastard. We are into the semi-finals. We've gone through Galatasaray in the round of 16. We've gone through Atletico in the quarters, and now we have to go through the boys in blue, Manchester City. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If we go out to the semi-finals against Manchester City, I won't even be mad at that. Manchester City are a powerhouse at the minute, and it would be absolutely nothing to be ashamed of if we did get knocked out by them. So with that being said, we are going to get into this game and see what we can do against Manchester. I mean, we were really expecting anything else. Madison in the 32nd, Grealish in the 64th, Jesus in the 84th. He shouldn't even be there. I really need to sort that out. But nevertheless, Man City beat us 2-1 in the first leg. 2-1 down. It's all or nothing right now. We are away from home in this second leg in the semi-finals against a pretty weakened side for Manchester City, to be fair. Like, when you take a look at that team, it's not the best side they could field. So without further ado, let's see if we can pull off an absolute... Oh, nah. 6-4 overall, 4-3 on the night. Unfortunately, our journey in the Champions League comes to an end right before we get to the final. But like I said, guys, it's Manchester City. We can only expect to do so much against them. We took them to extra time, though, in fairness. In fairness, oh my God, we took a 3-1 lead. And then Jesus again. Oh my God, if Jesus wasn't in Man City's team, we'd have been in the final. But nevertheless, that is our journey in the Champions League come to an end. We are going to go to the end of the season now and see how we got on elsewhere. I cannot believe we have been beaten to the top 4 by freaking Spurs. That has just ruined my day entirely. And I think that does mean as well we aren't in the Champions League either next season, which is a massive kick in the dick. It was Bristol City, Blackburn and Norwich who all got relegated. Liverpool won the FA Cup. United won the Carabao Cup. AC Milan won the Conference League. United bloody did well this season, didn't they? They also won the Europa League. Real Madrid won the Super Cup and Dortmund won the Champions League. I have to admit, I am excited for Daka to return to Leicester City, man. 44 games, 23 goals, 8 assists this season, 82 rated as well. I know for a fact he is going to be dynamite for us. James Maddison as well, 23 goals, 9 assists, 87 rated now. What a freaking legend. Jamie Vardy, 82 rated now, 20 goals, 4 assists nonetheless. Harvey Barnes with 19 and 5 going up to 86 rated. Drew Tielemans, 11 and 14. Jesus Christ. Hudson Odoi as well, 84 rated, 22 years old, 11 goals, 2 assists. He could do a lot better next season, I think. But all in all, I think this season's it's been decent. We got to the semi-finals of the Champions League. We finished outside of the top 4, which is really annoying. But it is what it is. Season 3, we've got a lot of work to do to improve this team to get it to the standard we want. Boys, the board have backed us massively this season. We need to start improving the team, and they've given us 156.62 million to do it. Now, I said that I refuse to move Luke Thomas from that role, but he's so injury prone and it's letting the team down a little bit, so I will be looking to get a better player for that role. And after that, I might go for a new centre back and a better keeper, but other than that, the team doesn't need anything else. And we began this transfer window by sending out Keenan Dewsbury Hall, Luke Thomas and James Justin all out on loan. Not before bringing in French fullback Lucas Digne for 36.2 million. And the big one, we brought in Brazilian centre back Eder Militao for over 101 million. And this is how the team looks going into our 3rd season of this rebuild, and it's by a mile the best it's looked so far. I did really want to keep Luke Thomas in the team, but he was so injury prone. I figured if we can put him out on loan, maybe on loan he won't get injured. I'm not too sure how it works, but maybe it'll work. But there's literally no weaknesses in this side now. Everywhere is absolutely solid, and I don't care who we come up against in the Europa League this year, we are winning it. And in the Europa League this year, we are in Group B, joined by Galatasaray, Dynamo Zagreb and Shamrock Rovers. We should absolutely stormed that group. Did we expect anything less, guys? We topped the table with relative ease. We went through with 14 points and we are easily coasting to the round of 16. Now here's the annoying thing. We can do really well in Europe, but we're not doing too well in the Premier League, and that's where it counts the most. This is where we need the Champions League qualification, because if we don't do well in the Europa League this season, we ain't getting it by the looks of it. And we begin this transfer window by selling on James Tarkowski to Bayern Munich for just over 19.5 million. We then brought in Kepa for just over 30 million as a backup keeper. And this is how the team looks going into the second half of this season. Now you can see from this starting 11 why I brought in Kepa, because Perrin is injured. And not only is he injured, he's injured for the next 5 months, so we had no choice but to bring in a better backup keeper. Otherwise, we were stuck with a 75 rated Ward, which just wouldn't serve its purpose for us. But the team looks freaking unstoppable, man. Oh my god, this team has turned into an absolute monster, and I cannot wait to see how we've done by the end of this season. Boys, what has happened to us? How did we go from getting top 4 a couple of seasons ago to not even breaking into the top 6? We finished this season 8th place. What has happened to us? We've got a far superior team now, and now we're doing worse than ever. Liverpool finished top of the league with 89 points. Manchester City finished second with 76 points, 13 points behind them. United on 74. Spurs finished top 4. I hate this rebuild. In the bottom 3 this time were Burnley, Brighton and Watford. Manchester City won the FA Cup. Chelsea absolutely annihilated Southampton to win the Carabao Cup. Lazio won the Conference League. Help me understand something. How can we do so badly in the Premier League but do so well in Europe to win the Europa League? At least we're in the Champions League next season. Dortmund won the Super Cup and Liverpool absolutely obliterated Juve to win the Champions League. Patson Daka, I mean, we're the successor to Vardy, isn't he? 59 games, 31 goals, 3 assists, 85 rated, 25 years old. What a freaking baller he has turned out to be. Harvey Barnes, 89 rated, 23 goals, 10 assists. Ricardo Pereira, 11 goals, 8 assists. Maddison, 11 goals, 13. Hudson-Odoi, he's good, but he's not replicating that with his stats, is he? I'm a bit 50-50 with this season. We finished top 8 in the Premier League. Had an absolute shocker there, but then we went on to win the Europa League. Regardless of what we did in the Premier League, we are in the Champions League next season, which is a massive W. Hopefully next season we can go on to win the entire damn thing. In this season, and quite rightfully so, we have taken a massive decrease in budget. We've been given just over 84 million. But realistically, we don't need much more than that, because all we need to do is make sure that our squad depth is spot on. That way, when we get to the Champions League, when it comes to injuries and suspensions, we're replacing quality with quality. And we started this transfer window by selling on Maxence Lacroix for just over 51 million. We brought Szczesny for just over 15 million. We went and brought Christian Eriksen for 30 million. We brought Hakim Ziyech for 32.5 million. And finally, we went and bought Kalidou Koulibaly for 36.2 million. And this is how the team looks going into this season. The starting 11 looks brilliant. The subs bench is squad depth galore. We are ready for Europe this season. And this time, we are in Group A of the Champions League, joined by Inter Milan, Ajax and Bodo Glimt. Now, you've got to fancy Inter Milan to be the favourites. I'm not too sure what their team would look like, but they've always got a good team. Ajax, if they manage to keep the young players, they will probably have a good chance, but I fancy our chances very highly to make it through to the round of 16. Top of the league, 13 points from 18. Absolutely brilliant stuff from us. Ajax finished second above Inter Milan. That's something I didn't see coming. Inter Milan and now in the Europa League and Bodo Glimt. Poor Bodo Glimt, man. They got absolutely annihilated, but we are in the round of 16. This time, who are we against? We're up against Bayern Munich. You know what? I fancy our chances against them. And in the Premier League, we are finally playing how we should be. We are top of the league by 1 point. Don't get me wrong, only 1 point. But the fact that we're top of the league speaks volumes to how well we're doing at the minute. Hopefully, we can just keep this going throughout the entire season. And this is a little update on how the team is looking as a whole going into the round of 16 tie this season. And I know we didn't do anything in the transfer window, but there's nothing else we really needed to do, so we didn't do anything. But there are 7 players in this team right now who are 90 rated and above. I truly don't think we've ever been more ready for the Champions League. Bayern Munich are certainly a tough opponent to face in the round of 16. However, with the team that we've created, I really do fancy our chances knocking them out. So, at Sanderson Park, we play the first leg. Let's see if we can get Come on, get in there! First goal for us was in the 15th minute by Digne, then the first goal for them in the 78th with Basuma, then Ricardo Pereira in the 85th minute. The two fullbacks showing us how it's done. Unfortunately, Yuri Tielemans decided to be a plum and get himself suspended for this game, but we do have the squad depth to cover his place. We're 2-1 up on aggregate. We're at Leicester's home ground this time. Hopefully, the Foxes can put the Dreaming Giants to bed for the night. Come on. Come on! 4-2 overall, 2-1 on the night. We are on the way to the freaking quarters. Once again, we face off against Atletico Madrid. And I think we actually faced off against them this exact part of the competition as well in the quarterfinals. This time, they're rocking with the 5-3-2. Once again, with Scamacca and Felix up top. The midfield trio with Verratti, Sanchez and Jones. Gabriel, Mukiele, Jimenez, Cash and Saul as the back five. With Oblak still between the sticks. We beat them the first time with a much weaker team than the one we've got now. So let's see if we can do it once again in the first leg. Let's see how we do. We draw this time. 42nd goal minute by Gabriel, 77th minute by Barnes for us. We goes into the second leg all tied up. 1-1 in the second leg. We are away from home at Atletico Madrid Stadium this time, and to be honest, I still fancy our chances of going through. So without further ado, let's get into this game. I know I said I fancied the chances. I didn't think I quite meant like that. But okay, Fabian in the 14th, Tielemans in the 31st, Madison in the 50th, Daka in the 61st, Hudson-Odoi in the 80th, Madison... hang on, where's the... Wait, what? Am I counting that wrong? What? Where's the... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I counted that way wrong. It doesn't matter. 5-2 overall, 4-1 on the night. We cruise to the semis. This is in no way, shape or form any disrespect intended to Roma or their fan base, but if we've beaten Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid to get to the semis and we're facing off against Roma now, we have surely got to beat Roma. They're rocking with the 3-1-4-2 formation with Burkhardt and Zaniolo up top, with McTominay, Pellegrini under as their midfield trio, Villar, Vargas as their wingers, Varane, Zuma, Diego Carlos and Gulashi at the back. I still think we wipe the floor with them though, so let's see what we can do. Come on, boys. Do you see what I meant now? Do you see what I meant? We're pretty much in the finals already. Call me cocky, but we're basically in the final already. 4-0 up against Roma. We're not Tottenham Hotspur. We ain't bottling this. Without further ado, let's announce ourselves in the Champions League final. I'm ignoring that scoreline. How the frickin' hell do we lose 4-2 at home? But 6-4 overall. We lose 4-2 on the night. It is a goddamn good job we won 4-0 in the first leg. Otherwise, we'd have been embarrassed then. And on the 31st of May 2025, it will be Leicester City versus Barcelona in the Champions League final. I don't think we played against Barcelona in quite some time as well, so it would be quite intriguing to see how they're lining up for this game. But before we get into that, let's see how we've done elsewhere this season. A much better finish in the Premier League this time, and in fairness, we could have actually won the entire damn thing because we were top of the table halfway through the season, but unfortunately, we did fall off a bit. But the thing is, our main focus for this season was the Champions League, and we are in the final of that, so I consider it a massive W. And it was QPR, Leeds United and Fulham who got relegated. Chelsea won the FA Cup, United destroyed Brentford to win the Carabao Cup, Hoffenheim won the Conference League, Villarreal won the Europa League, and we won the Super Cup. James Maddison, Jesus Christ, what a season he's had. 25 goals, 9 assists, 58 games, now 91 rated at 28 years of age. Harvey Barnes, 92 rated, 27 years old, 24 goals, 10 assists. Jesus Christ, our boys have just done bits, haven't they? 21 goals, 3 assists for our boy Patson Daka, who's more than Phil Vardy's shoes, hasn't he? Hudson-Odoi, considering his overall, he's really disappointed me. I don't think he scored more than 20 goals a season. But to be fair, guys, I can't really complain. Top 4 this time. We won the Super Cup, and now we may have a chance of winning the Champions League. And Barcelona's team is looking like this with the 4-3-3 holding formation. Depay, Fati and Torres as their front three. Rabiot, Pjanic and De Jong. Well, that is a weak middle three. Mendes, Laporte, Kimpembe, Des. That's a decent back four. And ter Stegen in goal. Our midfield is going to run riot against that middle three. Like, what are they thinking? The only good thing about that midfield trio is they've got Frankie de Jong in there. Rabiot and Pjanic are a massive letdown for them. And just before people point it out, I have changed the difficulty to Ultimate. I didn't notice it was on Legendary. But the time for talking is over. It is officially time to get into this game. It is Leicester City versus Barcelona at Wembley Stadium in the Champions League final. Considering Barcelona haven't got that much of a decent team anymore, Jesus Christ, they are playing well to start this game off. Christ, we've just had to defend for our freaking lives for about 5 minutes. Patson Dake, he's found Barnes. Barnes, what can we do? What can we do? Right, we've got Ndidi on the ball here. We found Madison. Oh no, that was supposed to go to Madison, but nevertheless, we found Madison here. We got Dake, we got Hudson Odoi. Oh, you little shite. Oh my... What? Hang on a minute, is that Patrick Schick? What? He wasn't on the... What? Patrick Schick was not on that starting 11. I'm pretty sure of it. Either way, we are 1-0 down, and it's not looking good for us at the moment in time. So we need to buck our ideas up, and we need to do it fast. Hudson Odoi. Oh my god, this guy. Oh, Hudson Odoi. Do I need to say anything? What a freaking response. 3 minutes later, sorted. Digne is on the ball. Patson Dake's waiting for it. I'm just waiting for the right time to release it. I don't think I will, though. I think I'm going to give it to Bond instead. That looks like the great... Oh, my God. Maybe. Oh, that almost worked out absolutely perfectly. We've got Madison on the corner. We've got this momentum. Dake in the air. Oh, my God. Oh, no. I thought for sure that was dropping in. Here we go, boys. Here we go. We've got to watch out for these. Oh, there we go. Lovely interception that was. Right, now we can press. Can we send Hudson Odoi on his way? Yes, we can. Hudson Odoi is in a league of his own. We're going to dink it because we are a little shit. Look at Hudson Odoi. He's so good, man. How have I never bought him before? Great counter-attack. Beautiful ball by Madison. Hudson Odoi left Mendes for dead. And dinking to Stegen like that isn't easy, but Hudson Odoi just... And we have well and truly turned the table around on Barcelona from 1-0 down to 2-1 up in the space of half an hour. We have done brilliantly. I'll say this about Hudson Odoi. He might not have done very well in the simulations, but playing with him, Christ, he is unbelievable. Hudson Odoi. Hudson Odoi. Back to Dake. Dake has retrieved it. Oh, what are we doing here? We've messed that up. Oh, bro, I didn't want that to happen. That's a great ball to Schick. Is he mere shit playing on the wing? Why is shit playing on the wing? I don't care, really, but it just doesn't seem like the best idea to put a giant of a forward with no pace on the freaking wing. You want him in the box, wouldn't you? Madison. Oh, what? Oh, what a touch by Dake. Oh, that almost worked out so well. And that is the half-time whistle, and we lead going into the second half. Boys, we are cruising. We found our rhythm. We found how we play well with this team. It's all just come together very, very nicely. Oh, what a ball from Bastoni. Oh, what a... Oh, my God. Hudson Odoi, that was freaking disgusting. We're going to go... Oh! Oh, my God. Sorry if I've just deafened you. But, oh, bro, let's have a look at that. Was that going in? Was that creeping in? I don't think it was. Was it? Nah, I don't think it was. Great idea, though. Madison is on the corner. And then Militao, can we... Oh, my God, please. We finally scored from a corner. It's about freaking time. It's only taken us till the end of FIFA 22, but we finally freaking done it. And who, of course, was he? Dake. Great ball in initially from Madison. Picks Eder Militao out to Stegen with a great save, but he couldn't get the follow-up. 3-1 up. We find this too easy, don't we, at the minute? We are finding these finals far, far too easy. Indeed, he's on... Oh, my God. Indeed, he's so good, man. He's so good. Harvey Barnes just released it to Dake. Dake, can we find the return? We're up against Dest, who I don't think is going to prove up to be that much of a... Oh, yeah, that was pretty poor, to be honest. Tielemans, Barnes. He's going to have a go with his... I thought for sure that went in. Indeed, he's on the ball. Right, okay. We need to be smart with this. We've got a couple of options. We've got James Madison, Hudson Odoi. Hudson Odoi feels like a cheat code. He honestly feels like a goddamn cheat code. It's ridiculous how good he is at this moment in time. Christ! Let's just take a look at this again. Right, indeed, he had all the time in the world here. Hudson Odoi came out of nowhere. The blindsided Mendes. And just like that, it's 4-1. Barcelona have lost all ambition to do well in this game. Look at... Oh, my God, boys, look at the room we've got. Oh, come on. If we'd have made that through, that would have been 5-1 in... Oh, my God, Barcelona. Barcelona, you have had a fall from grace. Leave me alone, Torres. Stop doing that fancy frick... Oh, no, here we go. Yeah. Oh, my God. How the hell didn't we concede that? We've got to concede now, yeah. There we go. There it is. Once they're in that position, there's no way you're not conceding. Like, there is no possible way you can react quickly enough to their passing. Like, look at how quick they're passing that around. I couldn't even get my plays out in the positions quick enough. 4-2, I mean, we aren't exactly out of the woods just yet. I'd like another goal because Barcelona, I mean, they've just proved how easily they could just get one back just like it's nothing. So, yeah, let's see if we can get another one. Oh, no. Okay, they're in behind, they're in behind, they're in behind. Get the ball out. Lovely. Right, now we need to counter-attack and make this freaking... We need to make this count. We need to... If we can get this ball... Oh! Madison! Oh, that's a great ball. Hudson-Odoi, come on. Oh, he's offside. We could do with one more goal, just in case. Because if they get one back in the next couple of minutes' time, it's going to be proper squeaky bums. Right, okay. We need to make this count. We need to make this count. Hudson-Odoi. You've got the pace to do everybody here. If we can get this ball to James Madison. Oh, you shaftheads. I must admit, we are pretty safe now. It's like the 89th minute. I just don't really fancy them getting one back. Oh, no, 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 no. Ferran Torres. Leave me alone. Leave my goal alone, Ferran. That's De Jong now, isn't it? That's a great tackle by Bastoni. We can knock it out for a corner. Oh, that's ours. So that means we are one kick away from winning the Champions League. There we go. We've done it with Leicester City. We've beaten Barcelona 4-2 in the Champions League final, cementing ourselves as the best team in the world. And we actually did it because we spent money. Brendan Rodgers, maybe you ought to try it. It works wonders. It really does. Leicester City's potential is ridiculous. They just need to start playing properly. That is where this video has come to an end. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, smash the hell out of that subscribe button. If you are new around here, turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss a video I upload. We are on the road to 6,000 subscribers, and the like goal for today's video is 250 likes. If we can hit that, that would be incredible. That is all from me. It has been your boy Goodwin. Hope you guys have an amazing afternoon, and until next time, I'll catch you later.